Well, happy Friday, guys. How is everyone doing on this amazing Friday? So, I am in the middle of doing something everyone should be doing with their hair, as cozy as it is today. So, welcome, guys, to my Fact Friday. I am Courtney Owens, founder and CEO of the Body Emporium, and I am live every Friday, bringing you guys tons of jewels, tons of facts on our amazing hair. So make sure you guys are following me on Facebook, checking out my Instagram, and liking and sharing these videos because I have such a fun time sharing all of the knowledge that I have with you guys so everybody can have healthier hair. So make sure you guys check out thebodyemporium.org. All of these videos can be found there as well as my social media and also on my YouTube page. So thank you guys for joining me. I am bringing you guys 20 plus years of experience in the beauty industry. So this is not just a passion for me, it is definitely my calling. I have an amazing time coming on every Friday, just sharing all the knowledge that I have with you guys. And I just hope it helps you guys in your hair journey, whatever that may be. So, this Friday, I want to discuss with you guys something really, really important. And I get a lot of these questions. So, I thought, why not address the issue, right? Okay, so we've discussed a lot of things over the past several months. Every Friday, I come on here and I tell you guys something different. So, the last couple Fridays, we have been talking about things like cold wash versus shampoo, why you might be having breakage in your hair, the importance of you guys using moisture and protein simultaneously in your hair to combat your breakage. So, I have been educating you guys on just exactly what you need to do. So, what I want to do this Friday is sort of go deeper into depth about those same things. So, here's a lot of the questions that I get. When you go to buy products, they are not, you're just not buying shampoo. You're just not buying conditioner. A lot of times these products have different names and they mean different things. And so if you don't know what these names mean or what these products do, you could potentially be harming your own hair just by the fact that you're not buying the right product. So let's get started. So we talked about a coat wash before, right? So if you see a product and it is essentially a coat wash product, that means that there is no detergent in that product. That is a product that you want to use to cleanse your hair. It is basically a conditioner cleansing. So instead of a shampoo cleansing, it's a conditioner cleansing, which means it's going to add that moisture to your hair. Um, let's move on to our leave-in conditioners. So we've talked a lot about different types of conditioners that you use in your hair. Most people have a major question. Well, what do I use? And if someone has a really good conditioner, they'll just leave that in. So I've already told you guys that there is a time limit on your conditioners. You definitely want to have them in your hair at least 3 minutes, but you want to make sure that you're getting the right kind of conditioner. So if you are going to use a leave-in conditioner, here is a rule of thumb. If there are two types of conditioners. You can have a cream leave-in conditioner or you can have a liquid. So if you have very thick, coarse hair, you're going to definitely want to steer towards the cream leave-in conditioners. If your hair is fine, possibly thin, and those are two different things. You can have fine hair and still have a lot of hair. In this case, you're going to want to use that liquid leave-in conditioner. Because the problem people run into with leave-in conditioners is they love the feel of them and they want to leave them in their hair. However, if your hair is fine and you are using a very heavy leave-in conditioner, you're going to start experiencing buildup and a weighing down of the hair, and your hair is going to have this gummy feel, and it's not going to feel clean, light, and airy like it normally does. So keep that in mind when you are using those leave-in conditioners, that if you have thick hair, you want to use a cream base. If you have thin or fine hair, you're going to want to stick to those liquid leave-in conditioners. Okay, let's move on to shampoo. So when you're buying a shampoo, it doesn't just say shampoo, right? It says all moisturizing shampoo, humectant shampoos. You can find clarifying shampoos. So I just wanted to take a moment and explain to you guys what this actually means. Okay, let's start with moisture. If you have a moisturizing shampoo and you have a hydrating shampoo, let's keep in mind these are not the same thing. Moisture means that your hair is going to be getting oil, right? Moisturizing means that your hair needs oil. If you are getting a hydrating shampoo, that means your hair is lacking water. So don't get these two things confused. Moisture and hydration are two different things. Moisture means you need oil. Hydration means that you need water. So there is a common myth, especially with ethnic hair, because we experience so much dryness. So one of the common myths is that water essentially dries our hair out. And guys, that could not be further from the truth. And I'm going to prove it to you. So think about the people that you know that wear their hair natural. They wear their natural curl. Now, in order for them to sustain that natural curl every day, they have to put water on their hair. So, but when you think about it, when you see their hair looks super moisturized. Their curl pattern is always amazing. And there's a reason for this, because water is one of the main ingredients that we need in hydrating our hair. So I just want to dispel that myth that water is what dries our hair out. Our hair needs water. What if you are experiencing dryness? What you're probably experiencing dryness from is your shampoo selection. So the sulfates and the detergents that are in the shampoos that you guys are selecting is essentially what is causing the drying and the drying out of your hair or your scalp. So just keep that in mind. If you are looking at a moisturizing shampoo, you are adding oil into your hair. And if you are needing and looking for a hydrating shampoo, the main ingredient you should see in that shampoo is going to be water. Now, for me, that's just a rule of thumb for me. If you are looking at products, water should be the main ingredient. Unless you're looking at it for a totally different reason and it's an oil-based product. Now, that is going to be something totally different. Okay, so again, keep in mind the moisturizing shampoo that is going to, let's see, it really helps sustain the structure of your hair. That's what the moisture is going to do. So the moisture is essentially the oil. So it's helping hold together the structure of your hair, right? Okay. So let's move on. We did moisturizing, we did hydrating, we did your leave-ins, clarifying. Okay, let's get to clarifying shampoos. A clarifying shampoo is not something you should be using in your hair on a weekly basis. A clarifying shampoo essentially is stripping your hair of all the oils that would be in your hair. So there is a reason that's good, and there is a reason that that's not so good. If you are trying to keep your hair in a moisturized state, a clarifying shampoo is going to be the last thing that you want to grab. So here is when someone should use a clarifying shampoo. If you constantly use a cold wash on your hair, which is what we talked about earlier, that conditioner wash, then over time, since there is no lather with that, you can experience a buildup on your hair. So if you've used a cold wash for a month, you can essentially experience a product buildup in your hair. Now, you would then want to incorporate that clarifying shampoo once a month when you're using cold wash. Solely cold wash on your hair. You're going to want to put that in there once a month. What I say once a month is because a clarifying shampoo again strips the hair of all moisture out of the hair. It's essentially taking all of the buildup out of your hair. So you don't want to be using a clarifying shampoo every single time you are shampooing your hair. So if you're using a cold wash on a consistent basis, and say you wash your hair twice a week, then you can use a clarifying shampoo once, maybe twice a month. Someone else that is alternating between shampoos and cold wash probably would implement a clarifying shampoo once a month or once every other month. So that's how you want to use a clarifying shampoo. Again, that is not something you want to be using in your hair every single week. Okay, so let's move on to the humectants. So when we see this on every conditioning product everywhere, and if everyone sees, well, if I see humectant, it's going to be a great conditioner. Well, true. So here's what a humectant conditioner is designed to do. A humectant conditioner is designed to pull moisture from the surrounding areas and attract it to your hair. So it's essentially going to be, if you see that in a shampoo or a conditioner, it is drawing moisture to the hair. So this product is amazing. However, the only downfall to our humectants is if you are using them and it becomes cold outside and you have a low atmospheric humidity outside and it's cold, it's bitter. A lot of times, if you are still using your humectant, you are doing more damage to your hair than good. So what that means is the moisture is going to be drawn away from your hair at that point. So you will notice if you have a stylist and they are into hair care, there are a couple things. They're not going to always use the same products on your hair all year round, unless you are in a climate that never changes and you have a constant, consistent climate. But if you're somewhere where you're experiencing 4 seasons, or like here in Texas, we experience sometimes 2, sometimes 5. You're not going to want to use those things on your hair at all times. So when it's warm out, the temperature is mild, humectants are great. When it's cold and it's dry, you are not going to want to use that humectant on your hair. Okay, so here's what you're going to want to do. When you're pairing your humectant conditioners, when you use a humectant conditioner, you want to make sure the shampoo you're using is a water-based hydrating shampoo. Got it? Water-based hydrating shampoo. So when you guys are looking for products, make sure you're looking for certain ingredients. You're going to want to look for ingredients like glycerin, propylene glycol, sorbitol. These are all amazing hydrating chemicals that can be added into your shampoos or your conditioners that actually work. So when I first came on the video, you guys saw me using a moisturizer for my hair. So it has gotten really cold down here in Texas. It's a little cold outside. I'm going to say 50s, 40s, and you want to make sure If your hair is constantly dry, like mine is, and even if it's not dry, it can be a change in the weather and it just happens to get cooler. You're going to want to moisturize your hair before you leave. So these are just little tips and tricks on how to keep your hair from breaking. So most people experience way more shedding and breaking when the season changes and that cold weather comes in. So in order to protect your hair, you need to get in front of it and begin to add more moisture to your hair in the colder seasons before you leave out. So it's going to be different from in the summer. In the summer, your body is actually producing a significant amount of oil. So if you notice in the summertime, you have that glow on your skin, you're possibly perspiring. Well, it's the same thing with your hair. Your skin and your scalp is producing that. That's why you're always shiny and blotting and things like that in the summer, because your body is naturally producing more sebum oil that's able to coat your skin and your scalp for protection. So you may not need as much moisture in the summer as you will in the wintertime. Also, let's see, what have we went through already? Okay, we discussed moisture, we discussed hydrating, we discussed our humectants, we discussed our leave-ins, proteins. So, the one thing people get wrong with proteins is they want to use them all the time. And we talked last Friday about the difference between protein and moisture. So I explained to you guys that a lot of times if you're experiencing breakage in your hair, you're either having a protein deficiency or moisture deficiency. So, and if you're experiencing one or the other, a lot of times whatever it is you're using on your hair could be the cause of your moisture deficiency. If you're moisture deficient, you're going to be protein deficient. So they sort of work hand in hand. So here is the thing with protein, adding protein to your hair. There are a couple signs that you want to look for when you think your hair needs protein. Now, one of these things is you need to check for this when your hair is wet. So when your hair is wet, you can pull on your hair. Just give your hair a little tug and see if it snaps back into place. See if it just goes ahead and snaps off. Feel your hair. If your hair feels limp and it feels gummy, you probably need protein in your hair. Now, when you go to use protein in your hair, you do not want to use a protein conditioner every time. If you use a protein conditioner too much, your hair is going to feel dry, it's going to feel hard, it's going to feel brittle. And this is even while your hair is wet. So don't be confused thinking that you need protein added in your hair all the time. And also keep in mind that there are different levels of protein that needs to be added to your hair. So when you're using certain products, and at the end of this video, I am going to go through just a short list of products that I've jotted down that have protein in them, but these products that I'm going to give you have a high concentration of protein. So if you are using a high concentration of protein in your hair, the product is high concentrated in protein, then you're only going to want to use that in your hair once or twice a month. Now, if you are using a product that has a low concentration of protein, that is something, depending on your hair needs, that you will be able to use a lot more often on your hair. And when I say a lot more often, I'm still not speaking of once a week. That would still then be twice a month, maybe doing a conditioning treatment every now and again with a high concentrated protein product. So let's go over our water-based and our oil-based products. So this pertains to all the shampoos and conditioners we just talked about, because I need you guys to be looking at the label. If you see a product and you flip over the label and the first thing you see is water, 9 times out of 10, you are dealing with a water-based product. Now, our water-based products, this is what brings our hair back to life. If you are looking at a product and water is not the first ingredient on there, typically you are dealing with a oil-based product. Now, there is also a rule of thumb that you guys want to remember. We've heard the term oil and water does not mix, right? Um, that is true for the most part. So if you are using a water-based or oil-based conditioner for your hair, you want to make sure that you use the water-based product first on your hair. So we like to call this product layering. So what you don't want to do is have your hair coated with something that's oil-based and you're adding that oil trying to put that moisture into your hair, and then you try to throw water on top of that, and then you're wondering why your hair is still dry. Well, it's dry because obviously if you put oil on first, oil is a repellent, and it is what we like to call hydrophobic, if you will. Hydro meaning water, phobic obviously meaning fear. That means it is repelling the water. So if you use an oil-based product on your hair first, then the water is not going to penetrate as well in your hair. So keep that in mind when you're using your shampoo. That definitely should be water-based. So when you're shampooing your hair, definitely use warm water. That warm water is opening up that cuticle of your hair, which swells up your hair and makes it easier to receive the next step in your regimen, which will be your conditioner. So then if your conditioner happens to be water-based or oil-based, these two products will synergistically work together, and that way the conditioner you actually used on your hair will be penetrating into your hair. So that'll give you the best results. So try to always use that water-based product first, and then go back and use that oil-based conditioner next, that oil-based product, and seal in the moisture, because that's essentially what the oil is designed to do. It's designed to seal in the water moisture that you've added to your hair. Okay, so let me just give you guys a couple of examples. Before I do that, I want you guys to, one, check out my oil-based lip gloss that I'm using, that I use to seal in the moisture on my lips. So you guys have heard me talk about this 1,000 times. This is our Lip Slay lip gloss line. This is definitely oil-based, but it also helps with moisture. We've mixed a combination of coconut oil and grapeseed oil to make this moisturizing, to seal in moisture in your lips. This is a product that my daughter came up with, and you guys can find this on that same website. It should be at the bottom of the screen, thebodyemporium.org. You can find that there. So just checking out my glow that I have there. All right, now I want to get to these products, that this list that I have for you guys. And these are just products that I just picked a few, just to give you guys a guideline on something to go by when you are looking for products to buy. So let's see. ABBA products. That is ABBA. These are good for shampoo and conditioners. Now, this is a true moisturizing product line. It is called ABBA Pure Moisture. They have color, they have curl, they have moisturizing, they have hydrating. So any shampoo that you guys could possibly want to use, you will find it in this product line. That is the ABBA Pure Moisturizing products. Because what I don't want to do is give you guys all of this information and then have no examples for what you should look for when you go and check on the shelves. All these products that I'm listing off to you guys, most of them are sulfate, paraben free. That means they're good for natural and chemically relaxed hair. I also have Avalon Organics. Great product. It's made with tons of natural ingredients. That is Avalon Organics. These lines both have shampoos and conditioners in everything that we've talked about today. One of my personal favorite, Design Essentials. So anything under Design Essentials is a major plus, especially for moisture. It is one of the best things that I found that you can use on your hair. So if you can get your hands on some Design Essentials, that is typically an amazing product. Now, some of these products you can only get if you are a licensed professional. So you may be able to get them from your stylist. And the other ones, a lot of these can also be found at other places. Sally's carries them, or you can go to their personal website and get these products yourself. The Main Choice, great product line. Mielle is another one. Kenra and the Aveda Dry Remedy. So these are all great product lines if you want to add moisture and hydration to your hair that you guys can start with when you're looking for what products to use. And same for the conditioners. Now, as far as reconstructors, um, I have a couple here that are going to be good for reconstructing in your hair. And again, these reconstructors are very high in protein content, and it's something you guys are only going to want to use once or twice a month on your hair as needed. So that is the Joico K-Pack, a really good reconstructor. The Firm 5-in-1, and our Dudley DRC. These are all amazing products for reconstructing your hair and adding that protein into your hair. Some of them you may be able to find online. I believe that a Firm 5-in-1 is going to be one of the ones, and the Joico K-Pack. These are professional products only, and you will have to get these through your stylist and have them use them on your hair. Um, Now, just rule of thumb, if you guys are using these heavy reconstructors on your hair, they are best used with heat. So that's going to give you the best penetration. Remember, I said heat is what opens your cuticle up. Cold is what closes your cuticle. So when you put these on your hair and you sit under the dryer, you're going to want to make sure that you add heat with these products. And same goes for your conditioners that you use. If you use it as a deep conditioner, you're going to want to sit under the dryer and just get that deeper penetration into your hair. Now, with that being said, once you sit under the dryer with any product on your hair, once you come from under the dryer, you need to let that product cool. Your cuticle is still open at that point, and if you just run to the bowl and rinse that product out, you are essentially rinsing it down the drain. Allow your hair to cool, and that'll close that cuticle some, and you'll be able to retain a lot more of your moisture. And make sure when you're doing your rinse out of your conditioner or your reconstructor that you're using cool water. You don't want to use hot water on your conditioner. Absolutely use cool water. Okay, going on to setting lotions. If you are using a setting on your hair, you can set your hair whether it's straight or curly. I have Dudley, Design Essentials, and Nairobi. Those are two of my all-time favorites if you're looking for something to use to set your hair. And what else? Heat protectants. If you need a heat protectant, or you have a natural style and you're getting ready to iron it out, BioSilk, the Chi Silk Infusion, and the Kenra heat protectant. These are my top three that I would recommend, that are light for any texture hair and are great to seal in that moisture. And it actually, a lot of these products are heat activated, and that's what makes them work so well. So I just wanted to give you guys those few little nuggets. definitely like and share this video so others can get this knowledge and know what they need to look for, and when they're trying to get certain results from their hair, there could be reasons that people aren't getting the results they want with their hair, whether it's natural or whether it has a chemical on it. These will be good rules of thumbs for you to follow. So thank you guys for joining me again on our Fabulous Fact Friday. Remember, if it's cold where you are at, you need to moisturize your hair before you leave today. Make sure you guys check out thebodyemporium.org. Check out all the amazing products and classes that we offer on that learning platform. And I am Courtney Owens, and I will see you guys next Friday.